a little boy who says he was his father's guardian angel in a past life, and a video of a building with like missing sides. We have some crazy videos this week. Another week, another weird and creepy compilation. In case you missed it, here's a roundup of all the weird and creepy videos I shared on all my other socials this week. If you see a TikTok video that you think should be included in one of these compilations, be sure to go tag me. And just a reminder, the Glitch Community Plus members here on YouTube get early access to videos, which means they get to see these videos a day or two before everybody else. And if you want to become a member, you can click the join button next to my profile picture. Right now, let's get started. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get weird. Dude, is part of this building missing? Like, where is it? This is like a weird glitch in the Matrix. This person's 7-year-old says that he was his dad's guardian angel before he came here. Like, this is crazy. The mom had him draw it out and everything. Watch this. Let me know what you think.
All right, explain this shit again, because I don't understand.
So, our son was talking about how he was Josh's guardian angel and that he has permission to be born by me, his mother. And we were like, what the hell? So he's like, I'll draw it for you so I can explain it better. So he drew this, and he drew a line here, and I said, what's the difference? He's like, there's no difference. It's the same. You just can't see these places, but it's all the same reality, basically. This is supposed to be him. He's floating. This is his dad, and this is his dad's dad, who passed away about 12 years ago, give or take. Now, that's his dad when he was a boy, a little boy. Because I said, why is daddy here and his dad's there? That doesn't make sense to me. And he's like, no, that's dad when he was a little boy. That's his dad. I'm his guardian angel. He can't see me, but I've always been there. And then he said, over here are the people I answer to, but I forget their name, but I've talked to them. And I asked them if I could be born to you, mom, me. And then he put yes. A little freaked out, but he explained it pretty freaking well, drew it all.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm in Valerian's 7. It's all blurry now, but that's wild. That's some creepy shit. I don't know where that come from, but that's some creepy shit.
This person's son has an imaginary friend, and it's freaking her out. It's clearly a ghost.
For the past few months, my son has been talking about his friend Allie, and I don't know an Allie. He doesn't know an Allie, and it dawned on me that this is his imaginary friend that he does not know is imaginary. So let me tell you a little bit about Allie. They met in his room. I'm trying not to get creeped out about this, but, you know, imaginary friends is my first rodeo. I don't know how to navigate this. So if you have any tips, that would be great. But yeah, they met in his room, and they just chill in there, and they talk about her time at Home Depot. Yeah. And I asked him, hey, so how old is Allie? Because Home Depot. He's like, yeah, she's 3 like me. That makes it even more interesting why she'd be hanging out at Home Depot, but we'll go with it. I said, does Allie live here? You know, in our house? He's like, no, she doesn't live in our house. She lives at her house. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, yeah, with her mom and dad. So she has her own house, and next time she comes over, he's going to introduce me. That'll be great. That'll be a great time. So the other day he tells me, oh yeah, Allie broke her leg and her bike. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, I have to go help her. What? He's like, yeah, she's in Omaha. We don't live anywhere near Nebraska. My son is homeschooled, so he's not like in a classroom full of people that are from Omaha, and I feel like that's oddly specific for an imaginary friend to say that she's in Nebraska. I'm sorry. To say that she's in Omaha. Not just Nebraska, but specifically Omaha. Isn't that? Okay, I'm probably thinking too much into this. But anyways, yesterday we go to the park. And we go to his favorite park, which usually has no kids there. And there was 2 kids there, which was fun. He was stoked because he had friends at the park. And I was happy for him too because, hey, there's finally kids at this park. There's a boy and a girl. They looked about his age, 3, 4 maybe. He's like, Mom, let's go. There's friends at my park. I'm like, yes, let's go. He's like, wait. That girl looks just like Allie. I'm like, you stop it. You stop it right now. I was like, really? She does? He's like, yeah. I'm looking. She's a little blonde girl with blue eyes and cowboy boots. She's cute. I'm like, okay. There's nothing to be worried about. He's like, yeah, she just looks just like Allie. So he runs out of the car. He runs to the playground and goes up to the little boy. He's like, hi. What's your name? how old are you? And the kid introduces himself. He's like, I'm 4. And he's like, Mom, he's 4. I'm like, I heard. That's so cool. He goes to the girl. He's like, hi. And she's just like, I'm like, don't be rude to my kid. He's being friendly to you. And her dad's like, say hi. So she's like, hi. He's like, hi, what's your name? What do you think this little girl's name was? Her name was Allison. In my son's head, like, he's like, what? I know an Allie. Mom, did you? Yes, I heard. I heard that this girl that looks just like your imaginary friend Allie is also named Allie. Short for Allison. Is this a coincidence? This is a coincidence, right? He's like, how old are you? She's like, 4. He's like, Mom, she's 4. I'm like, oh, okay, she's 4. He's like, the other Allie is 3. And she's like, okay. It's just a coincidence, right? I don't need to be worried about anything. It's fine. We'll just ride this wave. Just ride. What do I do?
This person just had a crazy glitch in the Matrix. Watch and let me know what you think.
Hi. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this was like a glitch in the Matrix or what. I don't know. I'm still like freaked out about it. It's crazy. So I'm a delivery driver, as you can see, and I pass by these houses every day, multiple times a day. So I notice things. Anyway, there's this road, you know, and there's 2 houses that kind of share a driveway, but don't, like they just like they touch. But anyway, last week or a couple weeks ago, I noticed that they were like paving the driveway or sealing it, and I was just like, oh, I wonder who's gonna, like, you know, just the thought in my mind was like, who's gonna fit the bill for this? Are they splitting it? Just a random thought in my head, because the driveways, you know, they mesh. Anyway, nothing out of the ordinary, just a thought. Anyway, I have a delivery at one of those houses today, so I go there, I park my truck on the road, put my hazards on, and then I go get the package, and I step off my truck onto the driveway, and I'm looking at the driveway like, this driveway looks like shit. Like, wasn't this driveway just paved or sealed? Like, it should look nicer. And I'm just like, what? So anyway, I'm just completely dumbfounded. Like, what happened to this driveway? Like, so anyway, I go to walk up to the door with the package, and the homeowner is sitting at the door, and he's like, are you all right? Because I kept looking at the driveway and turn around, and I'm like, looking like I've seen a ghost or something. He's like, and I told him, I could have swore that you guys paved or sealed this driveway last week. And he's like, he was laughing with me. He's like, does it look sealed? I'm like, no, it looks like crap. Sorry. He goes, no, it really does. And he goes, but it's funny that you say that, because I'm having it sealed next week. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean you're getting it sealed next week? I thought it was already done. Like, I swear, like, that house the driveway was done. I'm completely like, what in the world? So then he tells me that it's going to be done next week, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what? This was already done. I don't know what to think. I don't know. Has anyone experienced this before? I'm still in shock, because it literally just happened to me like a few minutes ago, and I'm like, whoa. Let me know if that's happened to you. It's craziness.
Did this person encounter a real vampire? Watch this. Let me know what you think.
This is a true story of how I ended up in VIP with a vampire. For those of you that don't know, I'm a dancer in New Orleans. And trigger warning, this is the craziest shit I've ever said. Definitely the craziest shit I've ever seen. So last Friday, I walk up to a man at the bar and he's very clean cut. We begin to talk. He tells me that he's a doctor, very charming. The type of man you would want to take to the VIP. So we ended up going to the VIP and he wants to show me a picture of his girlfriend, which isn't unusual because some guys get off on other girls finding their woman attractive. So I'm here for that. Let me see her. I'm gonna hype her up. But he scrolled on the wrong picture and he panics and he tries to scroll, but he knows that I had already seen it. And he asked me, what do you think? And we're just both in the VIP room staring at each other like, I say, what is that? Because all I see is a girl on a bed covered in blood with a man with the home IV drip. My first impression is I'm in the room with a serial killer. He then proceeds to tell me that he likes to draw his girlfriends and rub it all over his body during, and then afterwards, the only way he can feel close to a woman is if he drinks her. So I say, would you like to leave me a tip? Because that was weird as shit. Just kidding, I didn't say that, but he did give me a $300 tip and said he was coming back.
I think this person might have house elves. That's my take on it. Watch it and let me know what you think.
I can't take this glitches in the Matrix shit anymore. It's getting out of hand. Let me explain why. So see that cup that my beautiful daughter is holding? I use that cup every morning. Every morning. Everybody in the house knows it, okay? My husband knows it. My father-in-law knows it. Nobody touches this cup. So I washed it yesterday after I used it. I put it in the strainer this morning. Gone. Nowhere to be found. I check every cabinet. I check the garbage can. Like I checked random places where it absolutely should not be. I thought maybe I left it in my room, forgot to wash it. Check the whole house. Can't find it anywhere. So I text my husband, have you seen my cup? No. Text my father-in-law, hey, have you seen my cup? He said, yeah, it's in the recycling bin in the back. I said, why? He said, I don't know. I assumed you threw it there because I wouldn't put it back there. I don't know who put it back there. I assumed it was you. I said, okay, whatever. Somebody accidentally put it back there. I don't care. I'm just going to go get it, wash it, and use it again. So I do that. Okay. My daughter, this is why I'm so flustered. This part really fucked me up. My daughter has a blanket, and we call it baby blank because it's just a tiny little 6-inch square of fabric that she is emotionally attached to. She uses it to sleep. She needs to hold it in her hand or she will not go to bed. She will fight and fight and fight until you give her that blanket. So this morning, it's not in her bed. Can't find it. It's not in her bed. Now, mind you, she woke up before I made my coffee this morning, before this cup went missing. Keep that in mind, okay? So this blanket goes missing this morning. She wakes up from her nighttime sleep. I get her out of bed and I'm like, where's her blanket? Because every morning I take her binky and her blanket and I set them aside so that when she's ready for a nap, I know where they are. So I'm like, where the hell is her blanket? I called my husband. I'm like, I can't find it. We need to order a backup. It's gone. This is not good. I'm freaking out. I go through my room, tear the whole thing apart. Tear everything apart. Can't find it. Whatever. On to go and make my coffee. I go to make my coffee. Can't find the cup. Eventually, I get a hold of my father-in-law. He says it's in the recycling bin. I get the cup. So I go back to the recycling bin and get the cup out. Okay? Bring the cup out, wash it, use it. Tell me how it's been 7 hours since that cup went missing, or since that blanket went missing. I've been back to the recycling bins 3 times since then because I had to go get my cup. I had to take the empty milk container back there, and I went back there because that's where I also keep my Red Bull. I've been back there 3 times today, okay? Watch this shit. This is my back room. This is where we keep the recyclables, right? My cup was in here. Tell me how the baby blankie's right there. I came back here 3 times today. 3 times. And that was not there. Okay, first of all, How did it make it from her crib to here without her leaving her crib in the morning? How the fuck did it get out here before she even woke up from bed when she had it in her crib when she went to sleep? How did it get here after I came in here to get my cup out of the recycling bin and it was not there? I guarantee you it wasn't. I would have seen it. It stands out like a sore thumb. Look at that thing. I'm honestly so fucked up about this. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. For 2 things to go missing today and both of them to appear in the exact same place, a place that I visited 3 times, and this fucking blanket here was not there. It was not there. I swear on everything I love, it was not back there. So how? Either there's a ghost in my house or a poltergeist that likes to steal shit and hide it and then drop it randomly where I know I looked a million times, or the Matrix is really fucking up now. Because I am so flustered about, like, I can't believe this is the technically 4th time it happened because this cup got put in the recycling bin. I just assumed somebody accidentally put it in there. I don't understand why anybody would have, because everybody knows I use this cup every single day. But then the blankie. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. I am so confused and flustered, and I don't know. What do you think it was? Can somebody explain this to me? Because everybody always had something to say about everything else that disappeared, so maybe you could tell me what happened with this and the cup. You can try to tell me how it got out of her bed before she did this morning and then vanished until it showed up in the recycling bin on the floor hours later.
That concludes our creepy compilation for today. If you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. But if you want to keep it going right now, you can check out this video or this playlist.